Can I spell my name here in EPCOT? Hey everyone, I'm back with my name challenge, and today I'm in EPCOT. I'm going to see if I can spell both my first and last name using attractions, shows, dining locations, food items, you name it, here in EPCOT. I've compiled a list using the My Disney Experience app, although I'm hoping to make some tweaks along the way. This park was definitely not as straightforward as Animal Kingdom was, so there's a couple items that I have ideas for. I'm not in love with those ideas, so as I walk around World Showcase, I'm going to see what I can find. I'm not going to be spelling my name in order, just like Animal Kingdom, because that would require walking back and forth across this park way too much. This is a huge park, especially with World Showcase, so I'm just going to go around the world and get the letters as I go. Now first up, I'm going to Connections, and while that doesn't have any letter of my name in it, there is one food item there that does, and it is the American cheeseburger. Super basic, but I was looking in the My Disney Experience app and there were a couple things that I could do for A, but I don't think they would have been that fun for you guys to see on video. The only one that would be I am doing for one of my other A's, because I have 3 A's in my name, so trying to narrow down what I could do for A was tough when you have multiples of the letter. So I'm heading over to Connections. I have a mobile order for my cheeseburger, so let's head over there because it is lunchtime and I'm hungry. Okay, so I made the number one mistake that I always tell people not to make, and that is ordering food at prime meal times. It is literally noon on the dot right now, so everyone was obviously in Connections trying to get food. So the entire place was busy, so I'm actually outside, but I got the American Classic Burger. I did in the app customize it to have the pickles taken off because, again, I'm not a huge fan of pickles. So it is just a classic cheeseburger, lettuce, tomato. And that's exactly what it is. It's nothing fancy. It's nothing to write home about. Go eat at any other country in World Showcase, but if you have a picky eater, they do have a burger on the kids menu, which is definitely a better deal, but the patty on the kids burgers is thinner than this one, so if it's like an older kid who's picky, this might be a good option for them because it is truly just a classic cheeseburger. And if your kid is super picky and doesn't want lettuce or tomato, you can ask for that stuff off as well. So nothing special. I've never had it before though, so wanted to give it a try. And then the other thing I've never had, so I subbed up to get the black truffle garlic parmesan fries. I have not had these before. My favorite of the fries that Disney introduced are the ones over in Hollywood Studios. I kind of want to get one with a little bit of everything. Oh, those are good. Lots of good black truffle flavor on that. You definitely have to like black truffle because, again, lots of that flavoring. Hints of garlic, and the Parmesan is just the Parmesan cheese that is on top. So, I guess some of the fries don't have anything. I still think I prefer the buffalo fries over in Hollywood Studios just because I prefer buffalo flavoring to black truffle. These are really good, and I have been meaning to try them, and it was only a $2 upcharge. So, yeah, I'm not mad at this. Again, very basic cheeseburger, nothing to write home about, but something better to show you than just like an art exhibit, which the art exhibit is beautiful, but this is probably more helpful and, again, a little bit more maybe exciting to see than looking at art. So this accomplished the first A in my name. Again, there's 3, so 1 of 3 is done. Once I'm done with this, I'm heading over to get my tea, which is at the newly reopened test track. I'm very excited. I did get to ride it for annual pass holder previews, so I have been on it once. I have not gone through single rider on this ride yet since it reopened. That was always my go-to single rider line, so I'm very interested to see how well it moves. I'm guessing not as fast as it had in the past because it just reopened a week ago, so it might not move as fast because a lot of people are wanting to ride it right now. This is the now 3rd iteration of Test Track, so I'm going to finish this and then we're going to head over to Test Track. Test Track has newly reopened from its closure, and this version of Test Track takes you along the future of transportation. The track is the same, you still get that fun outside portion where you are going 65 plus miles an hour, but the inside scenery has changed. This one has a 40-inch height requirement, and kids really do tend to like this one. Okay, just finished up on Test Track. I do like this new version. I definitely prefer the first version where you are an actual test crash dummy, but I prefer this one to version 2. So it is nice, it's modernized. In single rider, it was 10 minutes, whereas the posted standby was 70. So any ride that has a seat configuration where it's 3 and 3 tends to be a pretty good single rider line because a lot of families do come in even numbers. So when it's a 3 and 3, it's very easy to need a single rider. So now I had an idea for P. I was gonna get popcorn in Canada, but I forgot my popcorn bucket, and I don't know if I want to spend $7 on maple popcorn when I could have spent $2 if I brought my popcorn bucket. So I think I'm gonna go and look at some pins and see what mystery bags they have, because I need some more pins for pin trading. So that is what I'm going to use for my P, and there are a couple locations right before you enter World Showcase that have pins, so that's where I'm heading next. Okay, so I have made my way into the Odyssey Pavilion because it is hot out, and I didn't want to open these pins just like sitting in the direct sunlight. Real feel today is 108, so I am trying to stay indoors and air conditioned and hydrated as much as humanly possible. I got 2 packs of pins from one of these shops at the kind of entrance to World Showcase. There's one on each side. If you were to go left or right, the pins are located at the one closer to Mexico. Okay, so I'm gonna open the Disney Munchling pack. I really, really want the Marie one, but I've gotten this pack before, so I recognize the Minnie Mouse one, I think. But I didn't get Marie, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't have gotten this pack. So it does come with 5 pins, so we'll see what I got. And oh my goodness, I got her. I got her. Oh, I'm so happy. This is literally the only one I wanted. Now, I don't care what else I got. Will say I do tend to use the rest for trading because I have a bunch of sets that I'm trying to finish. This one is just a cute duck as like an ice cream sundae kind of thing. I apologize for the lighting too. I know I'm very backlit, but I was trying to stay out of people's way here in the Odyssey. Stitch. I'm not a Stitch fan, so someone will be very excited to see that on a pin trading board. Oh my goodness, I'm just throwing things everywhere now. Okay, honestly, I really think that this is Thanos. I don't think it is, but it looks like Thanos to me. I don't know why. That'll be like a last trade. I kind of organize my pins by how much I want to trade them. And then the last one, oh, it's Mickey. It's like a chocolate cake with some sprinkles. So I am just very happy that the first pin that I pulled was Marie. Oh my God, my necklace is just flying everywhere. I'm very happy that the first pin that I pulled was Marie. That is the one that I wanted, so I'm very, very, very happy with that. Okay, and then these are the 2025 pins. There are 2 in this pack. I'm pretty sure these are the 2025 pins. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. They definitely changed the way that these open from the first time I got these, if these are the 2025 pins. Before they were in individual bags, and now it's just 2 pins in a piece of cardboard. So the first one is some Stitch ears. So we'll be trading that away because I'm not a Stitch fan. And then a bug. I have no clue. Someone in the comments let me know what this is because I genuinely have no clue. It's obviously a bug. Like there's also a weird little symbol on it. I don't know. Yeah, so those were those pins. Nothing exciting there. Both of those will get traded. So, oh well. But yeah, so I'm very happy that of the 7 pins, I got the one I wanted. I really genuinely did not know what was in this pack because there's nothing on the back to tell you what's in them. So that was truly a very true mystery. Obviously the Munchlings ones were a mystery as well, but you at least have some idea of what you could get. So again, I'm just very happy that I got my Marie pin. That is all I wanted. So that is the P. And hopefully as I go around World Showcase today, I will be able to do some pin trading, but I'm collecting very specific sets. So I really at this point only trade if I see those or a pin that I like really like. So if I find something I'll trade for it, but otherwise I have like a whole little bag of pins that I can trade. I want to get one of those like silicone pad things, but I wear a crossbody so often to the parks that, like, not when I'm filming, and that silicone pad just wouldn't fit in some of my crossbodies, so I just have a cute little bag that they all go in. So, but yeah, we got her, and this was the P. So now I'm just going to make my way around World Showcase and collect my letters as I go, because again, there were a couple letters that I had ideas for that I wasn't completely in love with, but there are some little like beer carts that don't have their menus listed online, or it'll say like seasonal beer, and if that seasonal beer or something else has a letter that I'm looking for, I will do that instead, or hopefully something kind of jumps to my mind. So yeah, I'm just gonna start making my way around World Showcase. Like I said, it is incredibly hot out though, so I will definitely be taking my time and drinking tons and tons of water.
Okay, barely making it into World Showcase, I already see an E on the Choza de Margarita menu, and this is a margarita stand right outside the Mexico Pavilion.
Okay, I didn't even make it past the entrance area of Mexico before I found a replacement for one E. I got the El Jefe Margarita from La Choza de Margarita. On the menu it just says it is a grand celebration. This is essentially a large version of the Fiesta Margarita, which is mango margarita, strawberry, and lime layered together. Okay, all I got was mango because the straw is at the bottom. Normally I'm not a huge mango fan, but that is quite delicious. Now I'm a little sad that I've never gotten the mango margarita. I'm kind of gonna try to get each flavor. That strawberry. Strawberry is probably my favorite flavor that they have. And then I'm gonna lime is nice and tart. I know my face seems like I don't like it, but I do. It's just very tart and very cold, which honestly is needed today. I love the frozen margaritas at Choza. They're so simple, but they're actually really good, and they're far less expensive than the margaritas inside in La Cava are. Obviously, if you want like a handcrafted margarita in La Cava, they're delicious in there, but you can't go wrong with the frozen margarita, especially again when it's like 105 degrees out, with it feels like temperatures. So very, very glad that I was paying attention as I walked by, because this gets one E and replaces the somewhat, they're still fun. I was going to do 2 different entertainment stages, but this way at least, if I don't catch the timing right or whatever, this is just different than entertainment. And I know I've come here a lot, but I don't know how often I've ever come here for video. And again, I'm trying to do things I don't normally showcase. So, and I've never done the Fiesta Margarita. So very glad I got this, especially again, the heat. I know I keep talking about it, but it's hot out. So I'm still going to continue making my way, because next stop is Germany for my K. So let's head to Germany.
Caramel Küche is a caramel shop here in the Germany Pavilion featuring Werther's caramel products.
Okay, so I made my way over to the American Adventure Pavilion because, spoiler alert, the American Adventure Show is my A, or another one of my A's. But again, it's 1,000,000 degrees. I wanted to be in some air conditioning to try what I got from the Caramel Kitchen, which is just their classic caramel popcorn, which I don't think I've ever actually had before. So and some good popcorn. They make it fresh in-house daily, so it is very like fresh and still crispy, crunchy. It's not stale. It's delicious. This is also kind of why I didn't want to do popcorn in Canada for my pea, because I knew I was going to do this because I wanted something that I could just like throw into a bag and not have to eat the entire thing right now. I apologize if it's a little loud. Voices of Liberty. I'm in like the entrance atrium area or hallway. Voices of Liberty is going on inside the main atrium, so I didn't want to be in there and disturb people who are trying to listen to their show because they are amazing. So, but yeah, I am very, very pleased with this, and this will be a nice little snack at home for the week. It's like super caramely though, so it will get stuck in your teeth. But delicious, and again, great snack for at home. Really great take-home snack. Now I have about 20 minutes until the next American Adventure show starts, and then that's going to be my second A. I have one more A left. I am going to do a hint of backtracking after the show. I initially had Impressions de France as my I because I have only ever done that show once. I know for a fact I've never done it on video before, so I did it with my parents, and I don't tend to film when my parents are here. But the shows in the France Pavilion, Impressions de France shows for like an hour in the morning and then like an hour and a half, 2 hours at night. So it's not an easy show to see. The rest of the day they are doing the Beauty and the Beast sing-along. So I don't necessarily know if I want to stick around until 7 o'clock just to see that show. But as I was passing the Italy Pavilion, I figured there's got to be something with an I there, like an Italian something, and I looked at the gelato place, and there is an Italian margarita. So after the American Adventure, I'm going to backtrack. It's just one country over, so not like I'm running around the entire World Showcase to backtrack, but I will be backtracking to get that I rather than doing Impressions de France. If you guys want to see Impressions de France at some point, I don't think you're actually allowed to film in there, so it wouldn't actually be useful footage. So that is what I'm going to do for my I instead. So we have now done an A, a T, a K, and an E, and a P. We did pins. So we're making really great progress. I now just get to sit in some air conditioning for 20 minutes until the show, and that show is like 20 to 30 minutes long. So I am very pleased with this idea. Okay, so the American Adventure show, turns out you can't film in there either. So I have no footage of that because I follow the rules. It is a good show. It feels weird calling it a cute show because it is, I mean, it's not like cute, it's not supposed to be cute, it's supposed to be educational, which it is, and it's a very, very well done show. It teaches you about the history of America, how this country was kind of founded, things that are kind of pertinent to remember in current times, but it is a very good show. I don't know if it's a must-do. If you're a big history buff, I definitely recommend doing it. I definitely think everyone should do it at least once in their lives. I don't think it's a great show for kids though, because it is very educational, and I don't know how well kids can sit in a half an hour educational show. But I don't do it often, but I'll do it on like a very, very hot day because it's inside in air conditioning, comfy theater style seats. So, but that was an A. So, and something that I don't do often. So that was good. And again, I'm never going to be mad that I see it. I'm just never going to go out of my way to see it. It's not a must-do, but I'm never mad that when I go see it. Now I got the Italian margarita from the gelato place. I really am hoping this isn't a paper straw. I'm all for like not using plastic straws. I just hate the way paper straws feel. I much prefer like an agave straw. Okay, it's a paper straw, and paper straws do not work for frozen drinks. I don't really feel like running over to Joffrey's to get a straw, but I have some in my backpack, so one moment, please. Okay, it's a little bent, but it's like a recyclable straw. There's a hole in it somewhere. Ooh, that is tart. This is limoncello, tequila, and something. The ingredients are limoncello, tequila, and margarita. Don't know what ingredient margarita is, but it's tart because it is limoncello. There's 100% a hole in the straw. So I guess I'm going strawless. Okay. It really just tastes like frozen limoncello. You don't really taste tequila. taste whatever they're calling margarita. And it's good. It's nice and light and refreshing. Perfect for a summer day. My only qualm with this, it's tiny, and it was $12. This is not worth $12. I've never gotten it before, so I'm glad that I'm trying it. I don't think I would get this again, purely because of the price. But this was our eye, and now I don't have to stay until Impressions de France comes up, because I wouldn't be able to film in there anyways. But now, looking at my list, because again, I did compile a list, it looks like the next country I'm going to is going to be Canada for an E, for entertainment at the Canada stage. And their next show is in 40 minutes, which gives me the perfect amount of time to slowly make my way over there. So let's go to Canada to watch some entertainment.
Multiple countries around World Showcase have some sort of entertainment throughout the day. Be sure to check the My Disney Experience app for specific show times and days. But today, Waze is playing at the Mill Stage at the Canada Pavilion.
I think I got a lot of friends, but I don't hear from them. What's another night all alone? When you're spending every day on your own, and here it goes.
Okay, so just saw Waze, which was the entertainment at the Canada Mill Stage. They were so much fun. I'm very, very glad that I chose them as my E instead of Entertainment at the Germany Pavilion. Not that any entertainment here is bad, but I very much enjoyed the music that they played. They did covers of Canadian artists, which makes sense. They're at the Canada Pavilion, so if they're here when you're here, I highly recommend checking them out. They did older music all the way to like some more current music, so that was so much fun, and I definitely will be checking them out again on future EPCOT visits. So that was my second E, and now everything else I have is indoors. So we are heading over to the Land Pavilion, and I think I'm going to get my A out of the way first, which is doing Awesome Planet, which is a show that I have not seen before. I believe this is the third iteration in that specific location. If I'm incorrect, feel free to correct me in the comments. I have seen the one before this, but never this exact show, so I am intrigued to see what it is about. So let's go over to the Land Pavilion and watch Awesome Planet.
Awesome Planet is a 10-minute show featuring Ty Burrell where he explains the features of Earth and why it's important to protect it.
Okay, so that was my A, Awesome Planet, and that was like a very cute, maybe 8-minute show where Ty Burrell, who plays Philadelphia on Modern Family, is trying to sell you Planet Earth and explaining why it's important to help save this planet. So I've never done that iteration before. I definitely don't think it's a must-do, but if you're here in Epcot trying to kill some time, you want to sit down in some AC, that theater has some amazing air conditioning. I am not going to lie. So that was fun, and it was my A. And now we are on to L, which is still here in the Land Pavilion, and it is Living with the Land, which is an absolute must-do in my eyes. So let's go hop on Living with the Land.
Living with the Land is a slow-moving boat ride through the greenhouses of Epcot, where you learn about how they grow and take care of a lot of the food that they serve throughout the park. There's no height requirement, so it is perfect for all ages.
Okay, Living with the Land, great as always. An absolute must-do for me anytime I'm here in Epcot. And that was my L. And now I'm heading over to the C's to get my last I, also the last letter that we need today, with Invertebrates. It is an exhibit inside the C's aquarium, and I don't think I've ever actually done anything other than the main aquarium, so let's go check that out. Okay, so my guess is that the invertebrates are in the ocean life area, so let's see if we can find any. Look how cute. There's a little seahorse, I blanked on the name, kind of hugging a starfish. I'm really struggling with names today, guys. I don't know which of these are considered invertebrates. This just says grass flats. We'll see what I can find. We'll see what I can find. That guy's cute. I like rarely come in here, but they're so cute. Look at that guy. Honestly, starfish are so weird from the bottom. Sorry, that got real close real fast. And look at the babies. That guy just looks fake back there, but he's not. Okay. Lionfish is somewhere near. Does anyone else think of New Girl and Schmidt when you see a lionfish? Just me? Okay. If I can find it. Oh, there it is. Just chilling. He's definitely not an invertebrate, but you know. Okay, I'm also going to check out the nursery, which is on the second floor, because they might have some stuff that would be considered an invertebrate. Okay, anemones are living things, and they don't have bones. They don't have a backbone. So I believe an anemone is a invertebrate. Oh my god, cuttlefish hatchlings. Guys, look at how precious they are. I'm going to try to zoom in so you can see them better. Look at how precious they are. They're so tiny. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm obsessed with them. Love them. Alright, and then we got some shrimp in here. Some more anemone. The shrimp, you can kind of see one back there. Oh, I'm very... Where are we? Kind of see one back there. Shrimp are invertebrates. Found an invertebrate right away, guys. I'm just not smart sometimes. So, now we're just kind of looking at everything. Just to look at everything. They're so weird looking. But like, in the coolest way.
Do you know how real those things are? They're not very, very
best. They're so cool looking. This whole area. Well, there you have it. I was able to spell both my first and last name here in EPCOT. This time I did a little bit more on the fly than over at Animal Kingdom, but that's just kind of the nature of it, and I had a very enjoyable day today. I got to do a lot of things I've never done and a lot of things that I rarely do, which is also a really great day. So I'll also be doing this name challenge in Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios, so keep an eye out on the channel for that. And in the meantime, make sure to like this video, subscribe if you haven't, and follow me on all of my socials. Those will be linked in the video description. Bye guys!